Hi there and welcome to the first build order guide in this new series that I'm hopefully starting here today with some of the build orders that I'm currently using in the Scouring and mainly the classic mode, as that is what's being played in the ranked season currently. So yeah, hopefully this can become a series and hopefully you guys will pick up one or two things from this. We're gonna hop into this replay that I played against the AI, just to show off the build order and my thoughts about it. This won't really be specific to food timings or timings in general, as I don't really keep track of that when I'm playing. This is more of like in which order you want to do things, and yeah, a bit more detailed than that, hopefully. But yeah, let's hop right into it and start the replay here. So right off, I usually send 2 workers to mine gold, and 2 workers to build a barracks, and 4 workers to do a logging camp, preferably in a good position close to the forest. And of course build a worker from the start as well, and when that worker comes out it goes straight to build a farm in a hopefully a good position, that usually in the back of the base so it's easily defended. So yeah, that's the first step, and then the rest of the workers that you're building, you always want to build workers of course, they go straight to gold mining. And then if you do this somewhat correctly, the barracks and the logging camp should finish at the same time. So then you can start to queue up some archers immediately. It's fine to queue up since you have extra cash anyways from the start. And those 2 workers that built the barracks, they go and help out finish the farm. So you will finish that with 3 guys and they go straight to work there. So that's fully saturated. I'm gonna pause here in a bit because it's a couple of things happening at the same time. You're still in the red though in food, so once this finish up, the first farm, I usually start another one immediately with 2 workers, and these 2 guys will build this. So then you have 4 on gold. That's fine. With the first archers, this is map dependent of course. They all look a bit different with how the creep camps are laid out and such. This is on Island of Doom, which I think is one of the most balanced maps in the map pool currently. But yeah, this will differ depending on the map that you play. But with the first couple of archers that's coming out, I usually like to try to pull a creep camp, in this case a troll. If you have a troll on the map close to you, that's usually the best target in the start. So yeah, I can explain this a bit more maybe. When you shoot them, they really want to run after you and kill you, but if you micro it well enough, and it's easier when you have a couple so you can switch target, because you have to shoot them once or twice on the way, otherwise they will run back. But yeah, you can lure them on top of to your barracks, and then you can stand on top of it and shoot, and they can't really attack your units, they can only attack the barracks and they won't kill it, so it's fine. So you basically get a free farm from the start, and that's always lovely of course. So now you just keep producing archers. You put the rally point on top of the barracks like that, so they will go straight on top of it and don't die to the troll. So you don't really have to manage that. The second farm is done, and then I send a 3rd worker on it, so that's also fully saturated. So now we can see we're in the clear food-wise, so we'll actually start gaining some, which is nice. We managed to kill the troll here, so I take my archers, I go out and try to start clearing this camp, which is not really a problem. They won't attack back, these bandits, archers, so just stand there and kill those. And then I start a 3rd farm as we're starting to approach red here again, this time only with 1 worker, as it's not really in that much of a rush. We have some food to spare. Keep making workers and archers all the time of course. We want to saturate our gold more. And here I go and start clear the third creep camp. That's the archers in this case. And once you clear this, and once you get this farm done, keep making archers, of course. And at this point, you have a decision to make. That's usually also map dependent, I would say. You will make some more workers. Let's see how many these are. 4, 8, so 10 workers. Yeah, okay, we can see it there. Shouldn't count. And I'm making an 11th one. We'll of course need to send one more or two more over to this farm eventually as well. But yeah, when you clear the closest gold expansion, you have a decision to make if you want to take an early expansion. That can be a bit more risky. But in this case, and what I would suggest to most of you, or like every player basically, that's the safest way, is to start up tier 2 upgrade on your town hall here shortly. I think I'd do it once this worker is out, maybe one more. But yeah, I will go into the middle here and start creeping some more. I think I go over here actually. And remember, no, I take the next troll, of course. Okay, here, yes, I'm waiting for 400 gold. This isn't the tightest. Maybe I could have built another worker, but I think I was busy microing against this troll here. But yeah, here we go, tier 2 starting. And at this point, I also like to make a warrior to climb on top of this outpost to take vision. Yeah, only one is enough. I forgot to rally it though, so it will stand here. As my multitasking is slipping a bit, I can see. And in the meantime, I've been sending one more worker here to the farm, so we're always staying in the green, of course. Yeah, here we go. Take the tower, and this, of course, is also different on most map, but they usually have one outpost near you, so you can get some extra vision. It's always nice. And here we can see the first night is approaching. It will start in about 20 seconds at 4 minutes 20, and then the current script, the Lich, will spawn in the ranked script. Otherwise, it's the undead. So at this point, while I'm out here creeping this archer squad, I usually start here somewhere to rally on top of my barracks again, as I like to have my archers on top of there in case the Lich spawn on my side. It's always nice to have them, or if my opponents, as I don't really have any vision here in the middle of the map, if he comes across the map, I have some kind of defense ready, so, which gives me some extra time to run back. And regarding this force, I like to go around and creep a bit more, but you could also, at this point, instead of creeping this or after you creep this, go across the map a bit more, poke your opponent, see what they're doing. If they taking greedy expansion, maybe you can punish it. Yeah, depending on your playstyle, how you want to play it. I usually play a bit more defensive and try to creep a bit more. And this farm is fully saturated. Our tier 2 is soon done. And at this point I'm floating a bit of cash. But that's actually intended, as I want to start the archer upgrade, the arrow sharpening upgrade, immediately when tier 2 finishes. That's cost 600 gold, so you need some stocked up. So we get that going, and yeah, this is against AI, of course, so we haven't really been attacked. Every game will look different. You have to adapt, of course. If you get attacked, maybe you have to get the bow reserve upgrade for your workers. Or maybe an earlier forge for cannons. At this point, of course, it will differ a lot, but yeah, generally it would look something like this when the first night comes. And we can see the Lich spawns on our side, and here you also have another decision to make. Either you try to get them to spawn as many skeletons as you can. If you're in a good position, you can farm them, you get some gold from them, which is really nice, of course. Or if you're in a bit of a worse position, you could try to just target the Lich, get it down to like half HP, and it will teleport across the map to your opponent. So they will have to deal with it instead, depending on the situation. Could be a good decision to try to get it to teleport, and then you can push across the map. They will have to deal with both the Lich and you. So some different plays are good to think about there. Or farm going up here with 2 workers, as I'm just farming away at the Lich here. Keep making workers, of course, once the tier 2 finishes up as well. And here you can either, I think in this situation I will start a forge here, but you could easily take your second base here first as well, depending on how safe you want to play it. Here's a bit the more safer version, I would say, starting up the forge for the second base, but you could really do the second base before the forge as well. Hopefully you would have been across the map a bit and seen maybe what your opponent doing, or if they had pushed across. But yeah, we'll go for the second base here pretty soon as well. And yeah, I want to pause here a bit as well and talk a bit about creeping, the creep camps in general. This is like one of the most common mistakes I've seen from new players on the ladder, or in general. Not being out on the map and creeping well enough. This is really important. It both gives you extra gold, because you get gold from killing the units, and you also get veterancy on your units. You can see here these guys are level 2, for example. So they have a level 1 archer have 60 HP, a level 2 have 90 HP, and let's see if I have one level 3. I don't think so yet. No, it doesn't look like it, but they get extra stats as well. So it's really important to get out on the map and creep the camps, and also your opponent will probably be out here, hopefully, if they're playing like they should. And you can take a peek at them, see what they're doing a bit easier as well. So it's really important to not just stand in your base the whole game, and try to be out on the map, take some vision, take camps. It will really help you out and make your build orders easier as well. You will have more cash from killing these guys, so that's really important. Yeah, we got our farms up. Forge is finishing up. I am thinking about a third or second base here. Yep, sending these guys over here to take it. The natural expansion. And this guy's just standing here for some reason. He's taking the towers, so that's fine. And we're just out here poking a bit. And as I said, your opponent should probably be around here as well, so you will have to be careful, but maybe you can take some shots at them. Or if they start to push you, you will see it in advance. You have some extra time to prepare your defenses, get the arrow upgrade if you need it. Here we start the extra cannon, or the first cannon rather. And that will help you with the defense a lot as well. Yeah, the AI is wanting to take the tower here with 4 swordsmen. That's okay though. So yeah, we got our second base pretty much done here as well. I think like this is probably the most standard safe opening that you can do currently. There are of course variation of this, but this is the way I like to do it, and it's serving me well on the ladder. So I think if you can get this down somewhat well, you will have a lot of success as well, hopefully. And from here on out, of course, you have your second base. You just want to keep making workers at all time. Maybe extra cannons. And more farms when you need them. Producing units when you can. Sometimes you have to stop unit production to get like... I think I had to do that when before being able to afford a second base here. I stopped archer production for maybe a minute or so, just to get the extra cash to get this done. And that's fine. You can't really support everything at once, so sometimes you have to stop production, but preferably unit production before worker production. And another tip is also, as I have, like at all times, these 4 guys from that built the logging camp. They have been building or gathering wood the whole time. But at this point, when the distance gets further away, I usually like to send a couple more guys on wood, get the gathering rate up again. It's quite easy to fall behind on wood, at least I find so. And also you probably want to start another barracks at some point, and then you need 400 wood, and the archers cost wood, and the cannons cost wood and everything, so you need a lot of wood basically in the mid and late game. So that's a good tip to do. And yeah, from here on out, I stopped the replay here. I think this is a good fundamental start. But I would just suggest from this point, start another barracks, preferably at your second base, as that's a point of defense, maybe here. Stop the choke point, you can put a cannon on top of it. You have cannon here for defense, you have vision here. So yeah, this is a really strong and good position from the early game. So from here on out, you can do whatever you want, basically. Go into Munchers, go into Warlocks, do whatever you want. You're in a strong position. So yeah, that's going to be it for this first build order guide. Hopefully it made some sense. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down in the comments, and I will be doing my best to answer them all. And maybe have some suggestions as well. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.